were white and the shoe was pink.
Okay, and Brandy and I saw it where the shoe was gray and the laces were teal.
Which, they
the
laces looked exactly like the fucking shirt Amber's wearing as we speak.
Quite literally the same color.
Nope.
Y'all are
fucking teal.
We're even close.
Okay, we fucking went back and forth for like 10 minutes on this earlier. We're not going to do it again.
But yeah, like
just because y'all are in some kind of
God damn it, Ross.
But really, I mean, I think there is because we sort of just checked out of that. Like, you don't hear a lot of cancel culture coming from our peers.
Well, and do you know why? Here's what happened.
Well, yeah, because we believe in.
Well, we saw what our parents did, right, to our music, which is bullshit for them to do anyway, because their parents did
what
it to
color
fucking.
Is that?
Oh Jesus, fuck! What
gold and green.
See,
yeah,
gold and
that's
green.
what I see too.
No, I see gold and green there.
Okay. Anyway, but it's bullshit for the boomers to have done that because their parents did it to Elvis and the Beatles and the fucking Stones, and even though the Beatles and the Stones blow ass,
they still have a right.
They still have a right to make music, and they still have a right to get it out, and you still have a right to listen to it.
Yeah.
But they didn't learn their fucking lesson, and they repeated it. But we learned from it, and we said, nah, you know what, just if you're going to be vile, put a fucking label on it so we know.
So, yeah. So
and that was the end of it.
Here's the problem.
But then our kids...
Because we were so chill and laid back, we didn't cancel everything.
Right.
And then now the other kids are like...
They're seeing... Yeah,
slingshot effect.
Exactly, and it's so unbelievably annoying.
You know,
it makes me want to punch them all in the
I'd
fucking
rather be in the chill
throat.
Slingshot zone.
Yeah, I mean,
chill is not the slingshot zone.
Slingshot
zone
is
is
around.
after.
Yeah.
No, in the slingshot.
Yeah.
Because
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I'd rather be in the chill part than the.
I like where I'm at, where I can sort of see a little bit of the you see the value here and there, and just I pick. I do with religion. I do it with
colors.
Everything. You know, I take the parts that work for me and I ignore the rest.
Have you seen the meme going around? It said, "Thank God y'all canceled Pepe Le Pew, so my son is safe. Now he can go back to playing
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto,
where he set a prostitute on fire so he didn't have to pay her.
Yeah.
I'm going to admit something really shameful.
Pepe Le Pew was kind of rapey.
Well, I mean, he was, but he was the cartoon character I most identified with.
Attempted rapey.
Yeah, he was just really passionate about his feelings.
He wasn't like trying to rape her. He just wanted to love on her. He wanted kisses
Let
and
me
hugs.
love you.
And she was like, "Oh my God, you're a skunk. You stink." And
Yeah.
he thought she was a skunk, and as animals do, they mate.
And like,
I mean, it's not people we're talking about.
It's not her fault. It's not his fault that she went under that painted fence and got the stripes on her back.
Except that one time where they both got soaked in water and she looked like a little scared rat, and he stood up and he was all buff and shit, and he was walking away, and she turned around and she had the fucking hearts. Yeah,
she was like, "Okay, so maybe he is kind of."
Yeah,
but yeah.
I was like, you can't have it both ways, motherfucker.
What was Pepe supposed to do? She had the stripes.
Yep.
She was looking for love.
No means no.
He thought they were the same species.
I fucking love
species
Pepe.
mate.
Yeah, I love me some Pepe Le Pew. And
I know, I was like, really? The only French cartoon they're gonna go cancel it?
I love him. I've really thought about getting me a Pepe tattoo because I do love the fuck out of me some Pepe Le Pew.
Goodness.
Pop's favorite was Woody Woodpecker. He loved that one.
3 names for a dick.
Yep.
Woody Woodpecker.
Yep.
We had one on the tree the other day. I said,
Dong Johnson.
What did I say? I said, there's penis.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I said 3 other names.
Penis boner thumper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that. I was like, that just doesn't roll off the tongue at all.
Yeah, he was like, what? I was like,
well, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, she said it out of nowhere. It's not like we were having that conversation.
I do that all the time. I'm having these long rambling conversations in my head, and then I
just pick it up right at the end.
And then I segue and say part of it out loud, and Ross is like, what?
That's what I told him the other day. I'm like, there's shit constantly. I can look really chill on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Inside's a whole different
little
story.
hamsters are spinning.
There's shit going on constantly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, y'all carry on. I'll be back.
All right. She's going to poop.
I've been away from home.
They got toilets in Houston too.
My butt didn't know it.
I have a very shy colon.
It's hot in here. Let's see what else. more about cartoons? What else they canceled? The Dr. Seuss thing. We talked about that last time.
Yeah, they aren't they trying to cancel Peter Pan? Or Charlie Brown, or one of those old cartoons. I know there was a lot of...
I haven't heard anything about Charlie Brown.
I know that a lot of Disney cartoons...
I want to say I heard something about Peter Pan, but I can't remember... Did we talk about that last time? There was something in there?
Yeah, it was some cultural thing.
Which I don't... The whole cultural thing drives me crazy. First of all, they're cartoons. Not everything can be...
politically correct.
Historically correct, even. But, like, if you have an Indian person or an Asian person or a French person, you're going to draw them with a feather on their head and using chopsticks and
smoking
having a beret with a cigarette.
And a baguette in the other hand.
Yeah, I mean, those are just...
Drinking espresso and
you can look at them and know.
Wee.
Yeah, saying wee, but with an American accent.
And they have different skin tones. How else? Like, people are getting pissed about the dumbest shit. Like, they colored them yellow. Well,
see, that's what I think it boils down to. I think that there's a certain subset of society who just looks to be offended by everything. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing: if you are looking to be offended by something, you're going to find it. That's just the way it is. Just like if you go out looking for trouble, you're going to find it. I mean, fuck, that's just how it is. But then I think everybody that indulges them in this ridiculous shit is just as much to blame. Mm-hmm. Because these are the people that are profiting from it. The news stations and shit like that. Who are like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. A cartoon skunk is offensive. Oh, shut the fuck up. No, it's not. It never was. It never will be. You're indulging this minutia of the fucking population so you can have a story to run.
Speedy Gonzales was the other one.
Why? Because he's from south of the border?
Yes.
Let's see what they say.
Is it because he wears a sombrero?
Because they use racial stereotypes in it. I guarantee you that's what they're...
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, it's... The shit is getting so old. I'll tell you this, though. I have unfollowed almost all political pages. And...
Okay, I need to know more about this little snippet.
Okay.
I'd like to know if he did something afterwards that would make this... They're talking about Bugs Bunny. Mm-hmm. No one, to my knowledge, yearns for the days when Bugs Bunny would, fall into a mud puddle and come out wearing blackface. Now, did he do something after that to portray that he was black, or did he just have mud on his face?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And they call it blackface.
Well, that's not the same thing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'd like to know what cartoon or what episode that was so I could actually see.
Yeah, but they won't... be specific.
Speedy Gonzales is a little more complicated. He has been accused of perpetrating negative racial stereotypes about Latin Americans. At the same time, Speedy Gonzales is widely popular in Latin America and is generally a pretty positive character who usually emerges as the victor in conflicts.
What negative stereotypes?
They don't say.
Are they getting offended by, based on the cartoon rat that can talk? Because clearly people believe that there's a cartoon rat that can talk that tells, universal truths about everything. Holy motherfucker.
I didn't know this was Speedy canceled briefly in 1999. Cartoon Network took Speedy Gonzales off the air fearing that he was too offensive for modern sensibilities.
That's when the bitches started showing up.
Why?
Of course, they don't say.
No, of course not, because
there's never an explanation.
No, because it's easier to be ambiguous and talk in generalities than it is to give specific examples, because when you give specific examples, that's when people start explaining what the fuck actually happened. But if we speak in generalities, you can't defend that because, there's nothing specific to defend.
Apparently there's something with the Miss Piggy, too.
Oh, good God.
She's been known to be rather problematic.
Why?
Constantly harassing Kermit the Frog,
wanting him to slam the ham,
karate chopping various Muppet characters. This temperamental diva is certainly no picture of innocence.
Oh, good God!
Is it because the karate chop was invented in Asia and she's clearly not an Asian pig?
No, she's abusive. Apparently, harassing and abusive.
Well, it's a good thing
we were raised on all these cartoons that they shot other characters, they drank poison. I mean,
it's a good thing we're not smart enough as a society to not take ethics and moral lessons from a felt pig.
One Twitter user tweet read, "Cancel Miss Piggy also for abusing and harassing Kermit Frog. He repeatedly rejected her, but she kept advancing. Also, beat him up more than once."
Or you know what you could do? Change the fucking channel, you whiny fuck.
It's important to remember that partner/spousal abuse is wrong.
Oh, good God. Where does it stop?
It's also important to remember that was a television show. It's fiction, and felt pigs don't actually go around beating up frogs. So, good there is that. We should keep that fucking little tidbit in mind, because clearly these fucktards can't seem to... Oh, my God. I can't...
Like I said, where the hell does it stop?
Mm-hmm.
It won't. It fucking won't. See, that's what I was saying. When you start, not acknowledging, but when you start validating this ridiculous shit, it will never fucking quit. One of the things may have been a good idea. Here's the bitch, though. When you say, hey, that's a good idea, now 10 more pop up. And then 10 more. And then 10 more. And then it spirals out of control into this monster that you can't fucking control, and now it's too late to say, listen, fuckos, we're not doing this anymore, you're all idiots, just change the fucking channel or change the fucking radio station if you don't like the song, and go about your day.
Yep.
And that's the problem. It will never fucking quit. Ever. Because this is the generation that we've raised. So, that was awesome. What else do we have? That was a pretty fucking significant downer.
I'm looking. I don't think I've saved much this week. Oh my God, this was funny. This says, someone posted this meme. It says, shit like this is why I don't delete Facebook. Mm-hmm. My grandma is pregnant. She's only 46, so we're pretty excited at first, but now she's claiming my husband is the father. I don't know what to do. He does spend a lot of time helping at her house. I can't believe
her pipes.
I can't believe he plowed my granny, though. We have to wait months for a paternity test. If it's his, would the baby be my aunt/uncle and stepchild? It's also worth noting that my husband is both my brother and my uncle, and my grandma is his grandma, too, and also his ex-girlfriend.
What the fuck?
Dude, somebody's their own grandpa. I mean, for real. There's a flow chart that needs to be created for that bullshit.
Yeah, no, that was...
Yeah, that's, So, anyway, Ross had brought up an interesting point, and I already gave my take on it. He said, where does this bullshit cancel culture end? And I said, it fucking won't. Because when we...
I think it'll kind of just run its course like all the other big shit and finally just kind of dwindle off.
Well, see, because what I said was when we validated the first one...
That's what the wall's going to look like.
Oh, cool.
We opened the door for all of the frivolous shit. You know, instead of... Because some of them may actually be valid.
Well,
but 99% of them aren't.
Canceling people who, rape people, I can get behind that.
No, they don't need to be canceled. They need to be put in fucking jail.
I'm talking about, like, the Hollywood casting couch stuff. That stuff needs to stop. We need to say that's not okay. That Harvey Weinstein shouldn't be a mogul.
No, he's in prison now, where he should be.
Right, I understand that. But... some of them weren't technically and legally, but
hold on, because if we're doing the whole my body my choice thing, if Harvey Weinstein says, hey, I'll give you this job if you blow me or whatever,
they chose to do it,
you can say no, right, or you can say yes, and that's a transaction.
It is a transaction, but he shouldn't.
But he actually raped people too.
I know he did, and that's
apparently
why
he's a hermaphrodite.
Yeah, I heard that. But he shouldn't have the power to say, you don't fuck me, you don't work either.
No,
that's not
shouldn't.
okay. But there, if we can't see the difference in you don't fuck me, you don't work, and Peppy